Tell me which silver squeeze version we're using at the moment. Was it 2.0, 3.0, or 4.0? It is definitely in hyperdrive, albeit I've lost track. It might even be on the list of prohibited substances. In this video, we'll go over what caused the price of silver to explode today. Undoubtedly, silver has had an extraordinary month. The price of silver remains very unpredictable and fluctuating, with recent days seeing values approach $54 before suffering a sharp decline. However, silver has risen by more than 3% today. As I record this video just before the markets close, the price is $53 at the big price and 12 cents at the AS price, which is a 12-cent spread between the bid and ask. This is quite surprising given the current market volatility, but that's life. I'll be discussing two of these worlds in the video, and one of them is constitutional silver. Please be informed that there will soon be a shift from circulated to uncirculated, brilliant uncirculated dimes, so please remain tuned. Towards the end of the video, you'll see that. For context on the current price movement of silver, I will be citing an essay by Adrian Ash that sheds some light on the subject. Oh, and gold wasn't too shabby either. The current increase is more than 4,200. Summit Metals, the channel's sponsor, is a fantastic business with quick shipment and first-rate support. Just click the link in the description below to check them out. On Wednesday, as global stock markets recovered to a one-week high and the industrially used precious metal silver reached another new record price alongside gold, the silver squeeze in London bullion trading persisted. In essence, the stock market has recovered from the dread of Chinese tariffs, but there's no denying that the silver market is thriving even in this day and age. A 148-point gain for the Nasdaq and a minor decline for the Dow Jones Industrial Average indicate an improving stock market. An increase of 26 points has propelled the S&P 500 today. Silver prices have risen as the dollar index has fallen. Energy trading firms are receiving new flows due to the rise in volatility in precious metal and base metal prices, according to delegates of London's LME Metals Week. Happens to be a London metals exchange, incidentally. Also at about $60 per barrel, crude oil hit a low not seen in like 5 months. The current state of the oil market is that normal crude has dropped to 57 per barrel. The price of copper has also risen, with futures contracts showing a price of nearly 5 per pound. On the other hand, silver has, for the fourth consecutive time, set a new benchmark price. London, the global trading and storage center for precious metals, saw a fixing above 52.46 per troy ounce at lunchtime. We also witnessed gold prices rise above $4,200. However, London's one-month gold leasing rates have been positive for the past 2 weeks in a row, falling from 0.6% to 0.3% on an annualized basis on Wednesday. Rental prices for silver for 1 month dropped by half to 14.1% overnight, prior to regaining its previous level of 24.2%, which is still historically high given the current state of the silver market. Tight is the operative term. This silver squeeze that precious metals crush in London is going full steam ahead. At the moment, it's at its peak. In December, COMEX silver contracts traded $1 below wholesale bullion prices, creating a wider discount of 10 cents per ounce compared to the London price and New York silver futures. The current price in the futures market is $52.54. Yes, that is a backwardation that is still going strong in this area. There was a little increase in the overall volume of gold and silver traded on London's bullion market last week. The Trade Association and the LBMA both released new figures on Wednesday, with a 0.9% increase and a 2.1% decrease in ounces, respectively. In the previous week, there was a 24.4% increase in gold trading and a 21.5% increase in silver volumes and prices. They are attempting to expedite the process of silver's entry into the LBMA by having it transported via planes. Additionally, I am unsure of their ability to succeed, yet there is some relief. Getting a sense of things here. However, it clearly isn't sufficient to maintain silver prices below the $50 area. The truth is that it keeps going uphill from this point on. Accordingly, this basically indicates that the squeeze is getting worse and that individuals are responding by attempting to get in. They're jumping on the silver market bandwagon as it swings. However, things are different in the bullion market. The hard way, we've learned that not all silver is created equal. Even though refiners aren't taking it, I haven't read the most recent news about it, but it's true. So much time has passed, I'll explain it to you in that manner, to silver that has not been refined or is not 999 pure. And for certain stores across the nation, and maybe the globe, even that can be a challenge to transport. One thing I'm considering is the advice my neighborhood coin shop has given me. The industry is predicting that the market will remain tight. Lease prices are going higher, and the physical market is doing well, so I expect that trend to continue. The London Bullion Market Association has a hard time getting. Even if COMEX is also worried, a significant amount of silver is still listed on the COMEX. I don't see it as a major issue there, but we'll have to wait and see. It's fascinating to observe the current state of silver, but keep in mind that this is just a temporary setback. I have no idea how much longer it will endure. There are those who believe it may continue into the new year. Although I doubt it will happen very soon, I do expect the market to return to normalcy at some point. After that, I would expect to see price consolidation followed, perhaps by another upward surge. Prior to provide you my opinion, I will need to evaluate and determine those figures on my own. In any case, we're here. I am still in the process of purchasing silver in small increments. Part of the uncirculated dimes and constitutional silver that I started this tiny tube with are still coming into my local coin shop, where they are buying and selling part of it. It seems like constitutional silver isn't being bought or sold nearly as much as it used to be, at least not nationally. Some stores may still carry it, but others may not. You should definitely keep your constitutional silver, in my opinion. It remains my steadfast belief, unchanged from before. Unfortunately, things become dicey if you can't sell it. Additionally, you should constantly evaluate the scenario to see if there is anything you can sell. Here we have 6 silver uncirculated dimes that will be added to this tube, one by one. We will immediately remove and insert that tube. Just because it's not wrong, right? Indulge and savor the moment. Yesterday, when silver was trading at roughly $52 per ounce, I paid the same amount for these. Without a doubt, this is an excellent day to get silver under spot, since it has been under spot previously and under spot now. That much is certain. This dime here is where I'll begin. One piece of silver that is both small and inexpensive is the Wing Liberty dime. Normally, I have to pay a little more at my neighborhood coin shop for them, but they had some undiscovered stashes of it and let me dig through them, so I may add to this tube at regular constitutional costs. Okay, so that's not everything. I included that. Next, we have this small... Dime bags are usually a hit with me. Sure thing, my penny bags are my favorite. The moment I take out the dime bags, I can't help but put on a little Pantera. With the exception of the squeeze and lease rates, nothing is truly expensive right now. Therefore, I'd rather use that reference than a drug reference. So that's not high on weed, but rather steroids. Thus we go. We have added to the tube and are nearly halfway full. Adding a little something there, but at this pace, we'll see how things work out. As a result, silver prices have risen substantially today, making it yet another thrilling day for the silver market. Additionally, they have subsequently retreated slightly. Silver reached a high of 53.23 today. The peak we witnessed earlier in the day was that. On the other hand, it is somewhat retracted as the trading day nears its end. Even though it is just up 1.56 at the moment, 2.85%, it is still a significant surge. However, the auction is set at $53.01 with a bid of $52.89 per unit. Without a doubt, those are still excellent figures. To me, it's a huge win every day that the price stays above $50. And it simply tells you that this time is different and that inflation is what's holding silver up during the squeeze. I believe that is beginning to emerge as the driving force behind some of these prices, which will provide higher support levels for the silver market than anything seen before due to inflation. All the other factors that have been discussed previously, such as geopolitical tensions and the possibility of further rate reduction, are still relevant and are driving up the price of silver. Having said that, inflation is another factor that is helping to cement and support the current bull run for silver. One of the reasons I've been looking forward to it all year is because of that. Please share your opinions with me in the space provided below. Please consider giving this video a thumbs up if you found it useful, interesting, or instructive. I'd want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart for watching. Spread the word, leave a remark, and sign up for updates.